A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. So when you have been in a relationship with someone, you have spent a considerable amount of time of your life with that person, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Or it could have happened in a phase where you were very young, you were very independent, happy, smart. You didn't care much about life and you just felt that, as long as a person makes you happy, as long as you are enjoying in their presence, or it's just, you're with someone, that feeling of companionship, being together, things go fine. So it happens a lot of times that you're with someone and due to whatever reasons, your relationship doesn't work out. And after a while, few years have gone by and you think about the relationships, previous ones, past ones, and you think about this relationship also and you realize that, you were a different person back then. Although in many cases, if given an opportunity, you may not want to go back to that relationship. You could be very happy in that relationship. Or it could be possible that you don't want to go to that person. Maybe that person still yearns for you or thinks about you. Or it could be the vice versa, that you maybe still think about someone and feel like, why this relationship did not work out. If it would have worked out, things would have been like this. In some cases, you feel that the relationship did not work out, but that person and you, whatever you had in between of you, that was nice. Maybe the other things surrounding it, maybe the family, you did not like the family of that person. You felt that, I like this person standalone, but if I have to live with this type of horrible family, or, some other thing may not be working out with the family, like they could be very strange, or they may be very materialistic, and they have no maybe concept of spirituality, or, you must have felt that, their intellectual mind is not up to the mark, according to you. So it may not be the person, but it could be the other situations that make you take that decision, or it could be your career that was important back then. While you're growing up, you said, okay, I don't want to do this because I have to get a job or I have to get my business going. So there are numerous reasons because of which a person can go away. It could be some other reason, it could be a scandal, it could be maybe some cheating thing happens, maybe they lied to you about something, or you were going through some on and off phases, or you were the one who, cheated on them. You are the one who walked away on them. But then you never thought that would happen. Maybe you were with them and you found another person. You jumped on from that relationship. You were any which way not happy with some things. Sometimes some relationships work out only because two people are together. They are in the same setup. Either they are in the same college, they are in the same office, they have the same group of people they hang out with. Something is happening, so in the flow the relationship goes on. The relationship is surviving only because of the flow, because of the things you are doing together. And once those things are not there anymore, once the flow has changed to something else, the phase has changed to something else, then the relationship cannot work out because you're no longer spending time with each other. You've now started spending time with other people. You've started going elsewhere. And there are other people who are interested in you, or you could be interested in others. So these are just scenarios that I'm giving, and I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. Because see, on planet Earth, there are tons of things that are right and tons of things that are wrong. And what may be right for one person may not be right for the other. What may be wrong for you may be right for someone else. What may be right for someone else may be wrong for you. Okay? But here, clearly, these two people have met somewhere. Either I was shown two strong scenarios. One, that they live nearby. They may have broken up, they may have gone away from each other, but their houses are nearby. They could be childhood lovers, they could be, whatever, college lovers or whatever. Or they could have done some project together, maybe they were internship wise doing something together, and they lived in the same area. So they live nearby and they bump into each other. And when they bump into each other, it's very awkward. And in this case, I'm being told that these people keep bumping into each other because they live nearby. So every once in a while, every now and then, they happen to come across each other, but no words are exchanged. When they see each other, either they like to ignore each other or they just like to stare for a while. And every time they meet each other, it gives them some kind of a jolt or a sort of a, okay, this person is here. And it happens to both. So whether it's a runner or a chaser doesn't matter. It's how universe has, designed their life. Okay, so they are in a scenario where they are reminded about each other's past, especially. Now, even if one person wants to talk, one person wants to, break the ice and just smile at that other person, or just be like, okay, you know what, we've grown up, we are in a different time now. Let's just forget everything that happened, the bad things that happened, the ugly things that happened, and be friends and be nice to each other. And I was given that this is happening from the runner's side more. It's the runner who wants to, hand the olive branch and wants to say that, I was immature. I was definitely immature. I was not that, age-wise, I was not that, that old or something. Or, whatever. But now that it seems to me that two people are settled in their life, one person may be single, one person may be married, one person could have children, one person may not have, one person could be mission oriented now, looking at the twin flame journey. And they may have also seen this person in their dreams, and every time they were, sort of going through a phase where they were progressing or they were shifting big time, they would see this person. Because again, this was given to me that there is a shift in the energies. Okay, there's a big shift in the specific twin flames journey whose mirror they keep bumping into, because the mirror sort of reminds them of the past. Now, what do they want to do with the past? Are they happy with the past, or they have made peace with the past, or they have moved on from the past, or they no longer want to consider the past? They just feel that, okay, it's temporary life on planet Earth. We meet people go, people come, nobody is permanent over here, nobody is going to stay forever. It's okay, things did not work out, why feel bad about it? But maybe it's the other person, maybe it's the chaser who's still very angry, still very upset, still like thinking. So a lot of people ask me this question. This is happening in a face-to-face manner, where even though there is no plan that has been made, no phone call, no nothing, it's not even like they're coordinated, or they know that this is the time this person will step out and I will step out and then I'll meet them at the signal just in perfect time. No. These things are always predestined, and these things happen for real. And I can say this from my own experience also. I don't need to prove it to anyone. Okay, I've definitely had many mystical experiences around this subject and this situation. But that's why I'm saying it happens to everyone. It's just that we just don't want to give it so much importance. But the more you grow, the more you do inner work, the more you work on yourself. If you have such people in your life, who you were happy with, and you have, had spent considerable amount of your life with them, or some important years of your life you were with that person and you were happy, but you were never in the zone to commit. Or it could be the other way around, that you always wanted the person to commit to you, but always something or the other would happen, and then the commitment would not be so important, like making money, getting settled and things like that. Or there could be some kind of a difference between you two people, a difference of social status, or a difference of responsibility. One person may be very responsible, one person may be responsible in some other way. One person obviously must have gotten pampered a lot, because we're talking about twin flames. Whenever twin flames have relationships, their relationship always has a spiritual relevance. It always has some meaning in their relationship. Either the relationship is supposed to be a catalyst, maximum time it would be catalyst, because most of the twin flames, they don't have a stable relationship where they stay committed for a long time. Like they can be with the person for a long time, but it will never be for a very long time. As soon as they start feeling that, it's been a long time, they would want to somehow, not be too much into it, because it distracts them from what they are doing. And I'm giving you both the perspectives because of this reason, the masculine perspective and the feminine perspective. Masculine perspective is like more logic driven. Masculine wants things to shift, move, and they need to have some kind of a proof of it, or they will go by their own logic, their inner logic. Common sense is very strong in them. Whereas the feminine is more about emotions, more about feelings, more about, I want to do this, I want to do that. They have codependencies. Even masculines have codependencies, not like both of them are like the same way or not the same way. So one of them basically is the mirror. That's what you need to know. Mirror to the other. This is the key thing that you need to know. And no matter what you say, no matter what you do about the change in your life, change will happen. Please be ready for change. When you change, you will make sure, you will see it. You will not make sure, it will happen. God will make sure of it. That your people in front of you also change. In what way they change, we don't know. Because it's not necessary you have to be hunky-dory with every single person. Some people you need to let go of. Some people you need to forgive. Maybe this person is coming in front of you again and again because you still haven't forgiven them. You still have some grudge with this person. And that person's anger or that person's frustration or that person's insecurity or, they are not in receiving energies also. It reminds you that, okay, I have reached till here. Now, next is what? Like maybe 4 years back, if you would bump into someone like that, you would say, oh my God, why am I seeing this person? Your heart would sink, you would skip a beat, things like that. But maybe with time it has changed. Now if you see this person, you are more in control. You're more in peace. You don't react, you don't respond, but now you have more of a poker face. Earlier, the expressions could probably be very obvious. Maybe you would see them time to time, again and again, as a reminder of something, And then the other situation that was given to me was that these people don't live nearby each other. They live in separate places, but still they bump into each other. Or they bump into someone who looks very similar to that person. From the voice, to the clothes, to the mannerisms. It's literally, the resemblance is uncanny. And when they meet this person, anyone, and this can be progression, okay? You can meet the same person's different versions. Like 6 or 7 times you have been in situations where the same person, imagine the same height, the same hairstyle, the same face structure, you meet that person. And maybe each time when you meet such a person, you have different experiences each time. The first time you see someone like that who's very similar, maybe you stalk them, you chase them, you walk behind them. You're like, oh my God, is this the same person or someone else? And then you realize that, okay, maybe it's my imagination or maybe it's just a random person, I'm thinking too much. It happens another time. You're like, okay, how did this happen again? Then it happens another time. And the way you interact with that person, it keeps changing. It keeps getting better with time. It keeps improving. If you do inner work, it will improve. So they have given me 2 very clear scenarios, and it cannot be false experience. It is a mystical experience in its own way because it does something to you. Chemically inside your head, something is happening. In your energy body, something is happening. Your reaction and your response is what changes everything. It's what shifts everything. The fear you have towards this person, or if it's not fear, it is just being uncomfortable maybe, or too excited maybe, you look at that person. In that moment, you are not happy or sad. In that moment, you're just in a shock. So it's like a soul shock for you. It matters. It matters. This person matters to you. But you don't want maybe the relationship to go in the same way, in the same direction that it was in the past. Maybe because you have shifted, but you know that if I go on with this person, then same things will happen again. It could be your fear. Or maybe this perspective that I'm giving to you, it could be the runner's perspective. I feel this. Even though I can see both people, this side, that side, but I don't know why I'm more drawn towards the person who probably didn't want to commit, even though they have good feelings for this person, they have love for this person, respect for this person, and they feel it's life. Like, why to take grudges? Why to keep grudges? This person is living happy in their life. Maybe this person is married, has children, who knows what is the situation, or they are single, but they are doing great, or whatever. But you know that person so well, you know a lot of things about that person, you know what that person looks when they wake up in the morning, what that person eats, what are their hobbies, blah blah blah. And it could be shocking that those people may not know you that well. You might be thinking that I know so much about this person because I have this nature of knowing about people. Usually twin flames have this thing. When they are not in their inner work state, when they are in the limbo state, when they are in the materialistic zone, that time they are very much interested in other people. And I just saw 15 while I'm saying this. So while you are speaking about something very intensely and you see this type of a number, then let's see what it means. Because usually you don't see 15 like that. See, the number 15 represents a fresh start and new possibilities. You may change your universe with the power of angel numbers, and this angel number 15 is no exception. This number is a sign of God's love and mercy for you, and we need this as a constant reassurance that everything would be fine. But the line fresh start and new possibilities, this is what I resonate with the most right now. Obviously God's love and mercy is there, otherwise such deep mystical experiences or such deep emotional experiences don't happen like that. So if anybody is going through this, I'm also giving you 15 over here. And if there's anything else, let me check. There could be something else about this number. But then fresh new possibilities, new start is possible, and this is exactly what I was talking about. This is insane, guys. Whenever I do channeling sessions, something like this always happens. So, embracing changes, you need to take charge of your life, you don't need to depend on other people. And maybe, like I was thinking about this, that if these two people come in front, face to face, what should they do? Like, should they just ignore each other and walk away? Should they smile at each other? Remember the good times? What is the best thing to do? Just comment below, whatever you feel like. Do write down. I would love to know, your opinion on this. And in case of love and romance, also this is a very positive sign. It says that nothing is going to stand in the way of true love. Just in case your case is similar but little different. Maybe you know this person, you like someone, and you just keep bumping into that person on and off. And this number is there. See, this is the reason why you should listen to the channelings from beginning till end, so that you don't miss out on anything. Like right now I'm getting this message that it could be for another third scenario also. The third scenario is that there are two people who like each other, who live nearby somewhere, or they don't live nearby somewhere, but they bump into each other on and off. And if that is happening, then there is nothing gonna stand in the way of true love, if it is true love. Okay, so and one more thing is that you have a lot of love to give, and this love is shared with your many friends. You have a lot to offer in friendship, but your easygoing nature could make it easy for others to take advantage of you. As difficult as it can be, you need to learn how to set boundaries in all of your relationships, including friendships. Never stop being kind and giving person that you are, but you know that there are going to be false friends who only want to bring you down instead of lift you up. Remember, your guardian angels are always watching out for you, and they may be sending you love and this number 1515 to let you know that you need to be careful about who you trust. Know that your real friends are always there for you, and they want to see you succeed in life and love. And okay, so this is for people who are experiencing the friendship scenario, although there is not that discussion, but I still felt like sharing it. So if this is happening with a friend of yours, you keep bumping into a friend and you maybe did not have a good experience with them, even that scenario is coming in my mind suddenly. So then they are saying that you need to trust the right people. Why is it so different for friendship and for relationship and for twin flames? That's the question, If this is connected with your twin flame scenario, then the sign that this number is giving that your twin flame is closer than what you think. And here I'm going to use the word twin flame mirror to make it simple. This is a person who is so much more than your soulmate. Your twin flame is the mirror image of you. You have shared many similar life experiences and you share the same feelings and emotions. In fact, all of the traits you see in yourself, you will see in your twin flame. Just because you have so much in common, it doesn't necessarily mean that a twin flame relationship is going to be an easy one. This is a relationship that takes a lot of devotion and commitment, and it could take many years of searching to find your twin flames. So yeah, that's because here people always talk about a twin flame being an external manifestation, whereas in reality twin flame is an inner manifestation. And once you are in balance with your Ida and Pingala and your nadis are working fine and your lunar and solar energies, your sun and moon energies are in balance, that is the time when you will see or you will be with the right mirrors. Again, it would not be just a single person, in your life. There could be a single person as life partner, but because of your mission, you will keep meeting a lot of people. But by that time, you know what love is, you know what lust is, you know everything, you can differentiate, and when you can differentiate, then only relationships can be meaningful. Okay, so I'm not going to go very deep into this because this is a very deep and vast subject. Most people think that twin flame is very limited to romance, but it is not, my friends. It is a fascinating journey. It is a fascinating study, and I am very blessed and lucky to be a part of this journey. And if you are in this journey, you are also very lucky and blessed, because really you are just in an amazing lifestyle right now, where ascension is the only thing that matters, and ascension is the only thing that will keep happening for you. Whether you are in pain right now does not matter, because if there is a night, there will always be a day. After every night, the sun has to rise. Okay, so thank you so much for being here with me. For your personal situation, you can check out the description box and you can write to me at the sunamoon@gmail.com after you're sure of what you want to do. For therapies, it is very important for you to know that basically therapy is the time when you work on yourself full on, and full throttle mode you are working on yourself, because all you care about is self growth and you want to be happy. You don't no longer care what is the outside situation, but you want to be at peace. The most difficult thing to achieve on this planet is peace. Everything else you can achieve, but peace is not something that can be easily achieved. If peace is your goal, then you should definitely enroll in therapy. And therapy goes on for a good period of time. So you continue to work on yourself, and then with time you'll also get into the habit. Your mind will be trained and programmed in a way that you can live your life, do whatever you want to do, but inner work will be a part of your life. So yeah, I will see you soon in another one. Just one disclaimer is that do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me, whether you opt for therapy or you opt for a personal session, a single personal session, because in both cases, we need to go by intuitive abilities, we need to go by tarot, and we work with the spirit guides and we work with the masters. So we need to get their directions on everything that we are doing, and otherwise we have a proper protocol in place, a step-by-step procedure, so that we can reach to your wounds, your exact wounds that are causing you separation, that are making you feel that you are separate and your union is not happening. So one love and peace out, and keep it up guys, whatever you're doing. Jai Shri Ram.